What's good? What's good? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. And when you come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on my like button.
My mama's cooking, boy.
Make sure that y'all smash on the like button as you come in the building. And let me know you in the building. Jump in the comment section. Yeah, we got a show today. We got a lot of cooking to do today. After the events this weekend, we got a lot of cooking to do today. Marcus, hey, salute. What's happening with it? What's good with you, fam? Yeah, we gonna cook tonight. We gonna cook today. We got a lot of boxing to talk about. Was y'all entertained this weekend though? Was y'all entertained this weekend? It only gets better. We got Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano coming up. We got Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Tyson Fury in the trilogy. Then we got Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. It's so much going on in boxing. Boxing going all the way up. A great weekend of boxing. And like I said, smash the like button and jump in the comments and let me know you're in the building when you come in the building. I'm late today. The show is on late today, but we still here. Ancestral Rage, what's happening with it, fam? Seb Lowe said Loma gonna get that belt back. Oh yeah, we gonna chop it up about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. I appreciate that, Ancestral Rage. Jay Triller, what's happening with it? You already know we gonna cook today, fam. Dwayne Freeman, salute to you. What's happening with it? Yeah. Now, before we get to cooking, I want to start off with this news I was reading earlier today. So earlier today, I was reading in an article that what's his name? Charles Martin. Charles Martin, he been calling out Dillian White, right? And this is behind the scenes. So Charles Martin been trying to get a fight with Dillian White behind the scenes for some time now. And he's saying that Eddie Hearn keeps turning him down because Eddie Hearn don't want to see Dillian White get his ass knocked out again. Charles Martin was talking about a fight with Dillian White, and he says that, he knows that he's still trying to work his way back to getting a fight with somebody like Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and those guys, right? So he says in the meantime, he's been trying to seek out a fight with old Dillian White, and he say that Eddie Hearn and Dillian White been ducking him. He said Eddie Hearn is refusing to make that fight for Dillian White. He said because he's scared that Dillian White is going to suffer another KO loss. And he was just talking about Dillian White. He says, man, that he think Dillian White is trash. He say that he think Dillian White is a very easy fight for him. He says that Dillian White footwork is horrible and he gets hit too clean all the time. He said Dillian White don't have no defense. He get hit too clean. And he says that he guarantees that if he got in the ring with Dillian White, that Dillian White would go night-night again. So what y'all think about Charles Martin calling out Dillian White? Y'all think that Charles Martin could go out there and KO Dillian White, or you think Dillian White might get Charles Martin? And you know, he talked about that Anthony Joshua fight that he had, because we know back in, what was it? Was it 2017? I think it was 2017 when Anthony Joshua knocked out Dillian White to get that IBF strap. And he talked about that also. He said that was the worst mistake that he ever made in his career. He said he was injured. I don't believe that. But he said he wasn't prepared. So basically, he said he didn't really train like that. He didn't prepare himself to go out there and fight Anthony Joshua. A lot of people thought that he just took that payday and went out there and laid down. That's what a lot of people thought with that Anthony Joshua and Charles Martin fight. They think that he just went out there to get a payday real quick because they paid him like, I think it was like $7 million. He had never even made shit over $500,000 in his career. Imagine that. Imagine a promoter offering you like $7 million to get in the ring, right? To put up your strap. And before this, you haven't even made nowhere near $500,000 in your career. Imagine that. So a lot of people think that Charles Martin just went in there and laid down. You know what I'm saying? Charles Martin, he all right. You know, he's all right. Dillian White ain't shit. You know, Charles Martin, he ain't really no top level elite heavyweight to me. He all right. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and he lost again because he let Adam Kornacki beat him. And Adam Kornacki ain't got no type of defense at all. So I know he's saying that Dillian White is an easy fight for him and everything. And he says because Dillian White don't have no defense, but Dillian White do got punching power. I can't stand Dillian White, but that's a good fight. That's a good fight. You know, Charles Martin, he got a good jab. He know how to keep you on the end of his stick at times. But Charles Martin, you know, like I said, he showed vulnerabilities in the Joshua fight, even though a lot of people think that he just threw that fight. And then he showed a lot of vulnerabilities when he lost to Adam Kornacki. And like I said, Kornacki don't have no defense at all. Dillian White defense is better than Adam Kornacki's defense. I'll let you know that. Sal Hamilton, what's happening with it, fam? Steven Martinez, what's happening with it? Ancestral Ray say Dillian is gonna get whooped by any top 20 heavyweight. Dillian White, for me, you know what it is? It's his just sloppy, ugly ass, nasty footwork. Like he just be so fucking clumsy. He be stumbling over himself. You know what I'm saying? He's just so clumsy, it's ridiculous. YY9302010, what's happening with it? Let me see. Seb Lowe says Sal. I think he talking to Sal. Ancestral Ray says I agree I agree with a lot of people. He says, let me see. Yeah, man. Dillian White, like I said, his way out is his power, you know, is his power. Because he don't have the best chin in the world, and he got some of the worst footwork in the whole division, if not the worst. If you go look at Dillian White, he's slow. His footwork is nasty. He's just, I don't know, man. He's just hella awkward. You know what I'm saying? He just throw his punches from awkward angles that can confuse some opponents, but he not doing nothing to the top elite level. I mean, come on now. Povetkin. Come on now, Povetkin old as hell. Povetkin a PED cheat that if he has to go in the fight, being drug tested, you see how he looked in the Dillian White fight. And Dillian White, he a PED cheat himself. His B sample still ain't never came back. They just brushed that shit under the rug and think people forgot about it. But you know, that's some news I was reading and everything, you know. So, and also, let's cook on this Manny Pacquiao situation with this little lawsuit that they got. I made a video about it, and I went over the whole article, so y'all can go back and watch the video. If y'all ain't watched the video I made about the Manny Pacquiao and the lawsuit that this management company has against Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao signed with a management company, and let me see what the name of that management company was again. It was I forget the name. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on, y'all. It is, let me see. And y'all hit my like button as you come in the building. Hit the smash on the like button. Paradigm Sports. Yeah, so he has a that Paradigm Sports, right, has filed a lawsuit against Manny Pacquiao, right? And in the lawsuit, basically, they're saying that they had came up with a deal where they were supposed to have a 4-fight deal with Manny Pacquiao, right? In that 4-fight deal, the next fight that Manny Pacquiao was supposed to take, what they're saying, right, allegedly, is he was supposed to take a fight against Mikey Garcia in that deal. Well, Manny Pacquiao ended up not going through with that, and he ended up, signing the deal to face Errol Spence. Now they're saying that he didn't have any right because of the contract and the agreement that they had with him to go off and sign the deal to fight Errol Spence. That the deal was supposed to be Manny Pacquiao, and that Manny Pacquiao reneged on everything that was signed in contract, right? That they signed for. So Manny Pacquiao was supposed to have a 4-fight deal with these people. Now, a lot of people are saying that, Manny Pacquiao is looking to face Errol Spence and retire after that. So this is crazy if these people are saying that Manny Pacquiao signed a 4-fight contract with them and he was supposed to go right into a fight with Mikey Garcia. 4 fights. So at 42, 43 years old, Manny Pacquiao signed a 4-fight deal. That's crazy if this is true. Now, what they're trying to do is they're filing an injunction, and they're trying to stop Manny Pacquiao, from getting in the ring with Errol the True Spence. They're trying to stop that fight, saying that he had no right to go off and face Errol Spence. But Manny Pacquiao is saying within the contract and within the contract agreement that he signed with them, right, that he was fully able to be able to go and make a fight with Errol Spence. So he's saying that whatever he signed didn't prevent him from making a fight with Errol Spence, and they saying different. So, this is going to be an ongoing thing. They taking Manny Pacquiao. They trying to get Manny Pacquiao in court, right? They filed an injunction against Manny Pacquiao. So we got to see where this goes. Like I said on my video, y'all go check the video out, and I actually go over the whole article. So, I go into details and what the article says and whatnot. But like I said on the video, I don't think that this is going to have any, merit in stopping the Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight. I think the Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight goes on because all of this is coming out after the fight is already signed, sealed, and delivered. See, this is not the same thing as Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, because I know a lot of people gonna come and watch this and, oh well, what about Deontay Wilder? And you guys were saying when Wilder filed his lawsuit against you guys were saying, and you guys, it's not the same. It's not the same, right? It is not the same. 2 different situations. Plus, like I said, they already have a date, a venue. It's signed, sealed, and delivered with Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. So the fight will go on. They're going to have some pretty strong evidence to be able to stop this fight. The fight will go on. But this is something that Manny Pacquiao is going to have to deal with, in the upcoming months. probably after the Errol Spence fight. He gonna have to deal with this, and they suing Manny Pacquiao for $3.3 million. Right? So I don't know where the $3.3 million comes from. Maybe that's like an advance that they gave Manny Pacquiao when he agreed to face Mikey Garcia. I don't know. I don't know why they suing him for $3.3 million, but they suing him for $3.3 million. Now, like I said in the video, I think the problem was that Manny Pacquiao, right? Somehow he went and hollered at Al Haymon, and Al Haymon put a lot of money on the table that he couldn't refuse, right? Al Haymon putting them mega bucks on the table for Manny Pacquiao because he knows that Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence was going to be a big, huge fight. It's Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence is bigger than Mikey Garcia, right? Errol Spence has a bigger name than Mikey Garcia at this point now. He does. And Al Haymon know that. Everybody in the business world know that. Now, I'm not saying that Mikey Garcia don't have a good name. He don't have a big name, but his name is not as big as Errol Spence right now. So, yeah, Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao is a bigger and better fight. But let me see. Let me see what y'all talking about. Jay Triller says, bro, I'm going to be mad if they cancel that fight. Shaking my head. I want to see my boy Spence destroy a living legend. I don't think they're going to cancel it, man. Lamar Owen says, we got to stop capping for this nigga Tank. He's struggling versus JV competition. Like I said, man, we're going to talk about Tank and we're going to give Tank his credit. You know, but we're gonna talk about it and we're going to keep it 100 at the same time. Leon Robinson says, I'm sure Haymon got his hands on it. Dude never seems to get caught with his pants down. What up? What Lord to the Game Boxing Talk? What's happening with it, Kwame East? And if y'all in the building, hit my like button. Hit the like button if you ain't hit the like button yet. It don't make no sense for you not to hit the like button. Lord to the Game Boxing Talk, my man Kwame East says, pretty sure Haymon know about this and would have made the fight official. I don't know what Haymon knew about or what he didn't know about when it comes to this, because that's a whole different that's Manny Pacquiao business. That's like side dealings that Manny Pacquiao got going on that really don't have nothing to do with Al Haymon, but Al Haymon could have known about it. I mean, Al Haymon pretty much got his hands in a whole bunch of stuff that we couldn't have never even imagine. So he might have, like you said, you might be right. He might have did know about it. Leon Robinson says, I agree. And what's happening with it? Money Brown, the big stepper off in the building. What it do?
What's going down, bro? What's going down? We're going down with the chat.
Oh, man, you already know. Same pimp suit just reheated. Just starting the show. You know, we late today, real late today, but you know, the show must go on.
Hell yeah. I'm over at homework. Got me frustrated in the motherfucker.
Man. Massimo TV says, what they suing him for, I just came in. Just a promotional company suing him, saying that he signed a 4-fight deal with them. Paradigm, not a promotional company, a management company. Paradigm management company. I guess Manny Pacquiao signed a 4-fight deal. He was supposed to go face Mikey Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao basically reneged on that, and he's facing Errol Spence. But they saying that he has in writing, he signed a deal with them the next 4 fights, and they already had Mikey Garcia picked out for him. So they trying to sue Manny Pacquiao for breach of contract. They trying to sue him for breach of contract, and they trying to stop the fight between Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. But like I said, I don't think that they're gonna be able to stop the fight. But this is something that Manny Pacquiao gonna have to deal with. You feel me? So, man, with all that being said, man, I know you know some. I know you know about this story. How you feel about this?
Well, I haven't read it, JK.
Oh, you haven't read it yet?
Yeah, but I heard you. I looked at your video and I listened to you what you said. So when I think about the situation,
And salute, my bad. Salute to you, Blue Blood Sports TV off in the building. Salute to you,
Blue,
Blue.
what's going down, bro? I think Al gonna make it happen, bro. I think if it is a situation to go down right, and if it get this far, it's being that much money, right? Because you know it's gonna be a big ass money deal. You know how Bob Byrne cut a deal with the whoever the fuck that was Terrence Crawford had that little promotion. So I'm quite sure, bro, they could come to some type of agreement if it's valid. You know what I'm saying? It got to be valid first, because many probably got like I don't think Manny Pacquiao, are going to a fight and sign up for something this big with Earl Spence or Al Heyman, and knowing that it can get fucked up on the back end. So he probably got a valid point to where he in the right. You know what I'm saying? But if the promotional company do have like a claim or have some type of you know deal with Manny Pacquiao to where he gotta stop the fight, I think Al and Pacquiao to come to some type of conclusion where they can break their ass off something, and then after that deal with Manny Pacquiao that way. But I'm quite sure, man, with the great Al Heyman, bro, he gonna make sure this shit go through. I mean, he gonna make sure to go through. And like I said, I don't think Manny Pacquiao put himself in a position, knowing all the little problems that he was already in already, to turn around and make this fight happen, to let it get fucked up like that. So, that just be promotional companies trying to put their hand in something or trying to make some shit stop that they ain't gonna be able to stop, especially when you're dealing with somebody like Al Heyman, bro, ain't dealing with the big shots. Not saying that they don't probably got no money over there, but when you're dealing with Al, a shrewd businessman like that, I don't think they're gonna be able to stop this shit. You know what I mean? Could be wrong, but just my opinion, I don't think they'll be able to stop. I think if they try to, um, Al can make some shit happen to where it with Earl Spence at that anyway, bro. Like that shit is just too big of a fight. It's just too big of a fight. I don't think he's gonna let that pass. So they'll come to some type of conclusion or put some on the back end.
Yeah. Cassandra Mason, salute to you, Queen.
Cassandra's
Off in
going
the
down right
building.
now. Yeah, put some shit on the back end, keep to where they'll look out for them, man, to where they'll make sure this event happens, because that's a big ass date that everybody waiting on. Tickets that already came out. It's like it's too much in motion, it's too much in play. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much in play right now for them to come in and try to fuck it up, bro. And I don't think Al gonna
Right.
let it
People
happen.
done bought tickets already. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, this is a lot of people gonna try to, oh well, but when Deontay Wilder took Tyson Fury, it's not the same situation. And this has already been moved forward. Um, Tyson Fury had no leg to stand on. First of all, they didn't have no venue. They didn't have nothing signed, sealed, and delivered. None of that shit. All that was a lie. This is different. You got a venue already. You got the fight signed, sealed, and delivered. You have tickets already being sold. So the judge is going to take all that in accountability if they even go see a judge before this fight happens. Excuse me, before this fight happens. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a while to even get a court date and stuff for this. So by that time, like I said, most likely the fight is already going to be then happen. They're not going to be able to stop this fight from happening.
And this my thing.
An injunction, but it's not going. They're not going to be able, because the judge is going to look at it and say, well, everything is already in play. All these fans and already bought tickets and all of that.
Right, another thing, Key, like why come out now, bro? You feel me? Like the fight been announced. Like why bring y'all ass out now to try to stop what's going down? So I don't think that. I think they probably went snooping and probably thinking they got a case. Like, well, we need to find something.
Why is it only 21 likes? Why y'all ain't hit the like button?
I mean,
y'all know, come in the building, check in and hit the like button. It's simple. It don't even cost you nothing. Go ahead, man. Money, go ahead. Money.
Yeah, bro. So why now? Why would they stop it now? Like, I think they probably seen shit. They were trying to build them a little case up or trying to find some information, and they probably found some little shit that they think valid. They trying to go with that shit, but I don't think it's gonna stand, bro. I don't think it's gonna stand. I think, like I say, Manny ain't 42 years of age, getting this for dealing with all the shit that he deal with in the court system, right? Holding taxes here. This person stopped him to get to this point to make a stupid ass mistake like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just a rookie mistake. So I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening, bro. I still see this fight going down August 21st. We will be in the building. You feel me? And ain't shit gonna stop this fight.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. Shit gonna
It's
stop this
going
fight.
all the way up. They ain't gonna stop the fight. They can't stop the fight. You know what I'm saying? But that's just some news, a wrench that they trying to throw into one of the biggest fights that's going down this summer. One of
Yes,
the
sir.
biggest fights that's going down this summer. But it's just some news that I want to let everybody know about. And we can see what happened, but I think it is something that Manny Pacquiao is going to have to deal with down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Blood say salute to all his peopleizations in the building. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I
Leon
agree with you on
Robertson.
that one, kid.
Huh?
I said I agree with you on that one. It's something like if he signed that contract, they coming for his ass. They coming for him.
Right, exactly. If you sign that contract, if you sign on that dotted line, you're going to have to answer to that. Right? Now, everybody smash on the like button. It ain't that hard. Once again, hit the like button. Leon Robinson says Wilder getting in Fury's ass in the courtroom. He says threw a battery in their backs. He says they trying their hand. He says they trying their hand is all.
They're trying to hand. That's all. So they trying to hand like the little people trying to hand.
He just mistyped it. He said
No, he said it right. They trying their hand.
They trying their hand is all.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Fight is going to happen. Just news.
Yeah, I think the fight is gonna happen, but it's news that that came out, so people need to know about it. What's going on?
Because motherfuckers talking about it was Mikey Key. I'm like, man, I know Mikey ain't another week. I mean, I'm like, how the fuck can Mikey sue Pacquiao? Because I was in my head, I'm sure thinking like, little shit. I'm like, what? Mikey Pacquiao? I'm like, how the fuck is Mikey suing Pacquiao? Because he making the fight happen. That shit didn't sound right to me. But I'm happy when I seen that video. I'm like, okay, so now I see it's a promotional company. I knew that shit couldn't stand. I'm like, Mikey.
Yeah. A lot of people were trying to say that Mikey Garcia was suing, and Mikey Garcia, as far as we know, don't have nothing to do with that. Now, I would want to know how Mikey feels about this, and if Mikey Garcia will have any involvement in it once the court proceedings start to go on, But as far as right now, Mikey Garcia is not the one who is suing Manny Pacquiao.
Right. Probably when they was talking about, remember Mike, he was in negotiation. Probably they was the go-to promotion or whatever managed the company, whoever that was, to put the money up for. You know what I'm saying? They probably felt like shit. You supposed to gave us the fight or whatever. So, like I say, we'll see, man. But I just don't think they got a strong enough case to fuck with Pacquiao and Earl Spence, and then fucking with the great Al Heyman. So,
right. Ron Ely, salute. Journeyman, what's happening with it? Salute. Mr. DBMH, what's happening with it? Salute. Louis G, what's good with it?
hey man, y'all don't just there's no fools, dog. You're a fool.
Yeah, man. I don't know if that's the way you talk, but yeah, man.
No, I'm just fucking with him. Yeah. What's up, fools?
Yeah, that's probably I think that's just the way he talked.
Yeah,
but
fucking with him though.
But yeah, man, lot going on, money, a lot going on, man. This weekend, man, I want to get into cooking about them fights this weekend, man. The first fight I really want to talk about is Erickson Lubin, money, because I didn't get to cook with you on that. And Erickson Lubin, he looked great. Erickson Lubin looked great. Erickson Lubin is scary good at 154. To me, Erickson Lubin has the best skill sets out of all the fighters at 154. To me, I think that Erickson Lubin is better than Jermell Charlo. He better than all of them at 154. He explosive. He throws.
You mean a better fighter?
Well, let me finish what I'm saying. He's explosive offensively. I think offensively, Erickson Lubin is the best fighter at 154, right? Offensively. Now, let me finish saying what I'm saying. He does everything. He do everything very, very well offensively, right? And he got power. And he got real good power. He got a jab. He does all of that, right? Now, he has some holes in his defense, but he's not a bad defensive fighter. The thing with Erickson Lubin is his chin. Imagine if Erickson Lubin had a chin like Jermell Charlo, Nobody at 154 could beat Erickson Lubin, and I'm standing on that. But his chin is the problem. And I told y'all before when we did the live on Friday, I said the only scary thing about Erickson Lubin, if Jason Rosario catch him, is he going to be able to hold up? I said because Erickson Lubin has showed that he does have a glass chin. We talked about that on Friday when we did the live. Erickson Lubin got a glass chin. That's just what it is. And, you know, he was dominating against Jason Rosario, but as soon as Jason Rosario touched him with a flush punch, what happened? We was all on the edge of our seats. Somebody, no, don't go. Kane, stay up, Kane. Don't go. Stay up, Kane. You know, we were screaming. Erickson Lubin, stay up. I was screaming. I know I was nervous. I'm like, man, damn. And if you look at it, he got hit with a jab. It's kind of like the same shit that Terrence Crawford hit your boy, goddamn Kell Brook with. It's the same stuff that Terrence Crawford hit Kell Brook with. A little short jab, and Erickson Lubin was on Queer Street after that. You know, and like I told y'all before, what saves Erickson Lubin is he is in very, very great condition all the time working with Kevin Cunningham. Kevin Cunningham is going to have you in the best shape of your life when you train with Kevin Cunningham. So Erickson Lubin is always able to recover fast, right? He's able to recover fast. But you get in the ring with somebody like Charlo. When Charlo hits him, right, and hurt him, he's not going to give him a chance to recover. And that's the problem. So a lot of people are talking about Erickson Lubin and Charlo. I still pick Charlo because, yeah, I think Erickson Lubin is a better fighter than Charlo. I do. But he has one thing that you cannot have in boxing, right? A weak chin. Because when you go in there with somebody like Charlo, they're always going to expose a fighter with a weak chin. You got 12 rounds to fight, right? And Charlo got a strong, heavy chin. That's the biggest difference when you go in there against somebody like Charlo, even somebody like a Jared Hurd. Fighters like that, they got brick chins. You're not cracking them. They're hard to hurt. In Erickson Lubin, he's very easy to hurt. But see, the difference is he was in the ring with another fighter that has a glass chin just like him, and he has a glass body. Like he don't have no pain. See, Jason Rosario, he don't have any pain tolerance. His pain tolerance is at the level of a little kid. He got the pain tolerance of a little kid. He got punching power. He a good fighter, but his defense is not good, and he don't have no pain tolerance. So that's Jason Rosario. So basically, it was the battle of the chins. And Erickson Lubin won because, like I told y'all, I said Erickson Lubin, if you go boxing skills, Erickson Lubin is better than Jason Rosario. I said they both got punching power. Erickson Lubin footwork is better. He's faster. His defense is better than Jason Rosario. I said, so all around the board, he's better than Jason Rosario. I said, the only thing that makes this a dangerous fight is both of them got suspect chins. So if Jason Rosario can tap Erickson Lubin chin, Erickson Lubin might go to sleep. And we've seen all of that pretty much play out in that fight. Everything that I said pretty much played out in that fight, but Erickson Lubin was able to survive when he got hurt. He was able to recover pretty fast, and he came back and he did his thing. Like I told y'all, Jason Rosario wasn't going to have nothing for Erickson Lubin. It was just, was he going to catch Erickson Lubin? You know, and as far as Jason Rosario, we see that he's strong, money. Like he a strong fighter. He can punch. He got a good offensive arsenal. He just don't have no pain tolerance. He have the pain tolerance of an infant child. As soon as he get touched, whether it's to the head or to the body, the reaction that he gives you is just crazy. And he can't take no body punches at all. like at all. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I don't know. And a lot of people are talking about, what's wrong with his body? And I said it myself, like, what's wrong with this man's insides where he can't take no body punches? But if you look at when he gets hit flush, like on top of the head or in the face, he reacts the same way. So it ain't just the body punches. So I had to say that he just don't have no pain tolerance. Like I was talking to my man's on the phone right after the fight, and I said, man, this dude got a pain tolerance of an infant child. You know what I'm saying? And he does. He don't have a pain tolerance. He's one of those.
Thank you, my brother Blue, for acknowledging that, Blue.
What happened? Oh yeah, the body stoppage. Yeah. Money predicted body stoppages in every fight that was gonna happen on Saturday night. All of the big fights. And you was pretty much right, but I'm gonna let you cook on that when I pass you the mic. But man, I forgot what I was gonna say, man. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You said you was talking to your homeboy about him having the pain tolerance of an infant child.
Oh yeah. So he reminds me. So I got twin daughters, right? And he reminds me of one of my twins, right? One of my twin daughters is like super tough. She's not the type of girl that engages because they play fight all the time. They like to fight with each other all the time, right? But one of my daughters is real rough. But the other daughter, she's not rough at all. She's kind of like timid, but she's really tough. But so my daughter that's really tough, she likes to play and she like to hurt people. Like she can fight. She like to hurt people. But as soon as somebody touches her, she's crying, like she's frantic. So she can dish it, but she can't take it. But my other daughter, she can take it, but she's more timid. So that's how Jason Rosario reminds me, right? He can dish out all the punishment, but as soon as it comes back to him, he don't have no pain tolerance. He can't take it. And that's Jason Rosario. And to me, that was the biggest factor in that fight. Because other than that, you can see the skill set of Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin has a tremendous skill set. He can do all of the things in the ring offensively. People say that his defense is weak, but his defense ain't really weak. He just can't take a punch. Because when you fighting elite fighters, you're going to get hit. It's all about how can you take it when you get hit. All of these fighters get hit. A lot of times we just don't pay attention to it, money, because they're able to take it, right? They're able to take shots. They take it, they keep on going. Erickson Lubin, when he take a shot, his reaction is just different, dog. And it seems like sometimes Erickson Lubin has to take a shot to get hurt to wake him up to actually be able to take more shots, if you understand what I'm saying. Because it seems like when he gets hit that first time and he gets wobbled, it seems like, he barely holding on. And then when he survived, he's okay. So it's something with Erickson Lubin. You got to hit him flush and hurt him and then hope he survived. And then after he survived, he cool after that. Like, what I'm saying? We're not cool because we still on the edge of our seats. Like, damn, if he get hit again, he fucked up. But he's able to take shots after that. It's just that first initial shot, he always get hurt. It's something, and he always gets wobbled. But it's crazy, man. But if Erickson Lubin were able to go to sleep one night and wake up with a fucking rock solid chin, which is not gonna happen because things like that don't happen, he would be able to go in there and beat Jermell Charlo. That's what I think. But if he go in there against Jermell Charlo, he's going to get knocked out because he has a suspect chin. He is going to get hit. He is going to get hurt by Jermell Charlo. And when Jermell Charlo hurts him, he is going to be relentless. But so that's what I mean when I say that I think that Erickson Lubin is the best all around. It's just his chin. Chin ain't there. But, money. And Blue says it's like he has to remember how to take a punch. Yeah, Blue. it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and I hate that because I like Erickson Lubin, man. Erickson Lubin is a beast to me. Man, money. What you got on that?
Yeah, now I know what you were saying, but when you said you think you're the best fighter, I think that's Jamel. I think even if he had a solid chance, I don't know if he can beat Jamel Charlo. Know what I'm saying? I like Lubin. I like his skill set. He's a hell of a puncher, but I like his precision as well. Though, like it's like he throw his shit right. Like when he throw his punches, he look good when he throw. When you fight how somebody they punch placement. I think Lubin got great fucking punch placement, bro. Good punch placement. I think he always like he's set, and he know range and distance as well. Lubin know range and distance. I like that about him, but we all know it's the chin, man. It's the chin. I agree with that situation. And I've been how Erickson Lubin, like I say, I've been on Erickson Lubin since he touched the national television. Like his first fight was on the he was on a undercard of um, Francis Barthélemy and Agenda Mendez. Francis Barthélemy when he got disqualified for hitting Mendez ass, and they had to run it back on a Mike Tyson card. You know what I mean? And Lubin came on there looking damn good, and I was hounding his ass ever since, bro. But it's just with him, and shouts out to Kevin Cunningham because
You
that
said Lubin was on a Mike Tyson card.
yeah, it was a Mike Tyson fight. And Mike Tyson had Agendas Mendez first. Yeah, it was his fight.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean a Mike Tyson promotional card? Cause I'm like, hold
yeah,
on, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Lubin we don't know Mike Tyson. Oh,
yeah,
you talking about promotional
yeah.
card? Okay, yeah,
Francis Barthélemy and Agendas Mendez. Mendez
right.
he just lost. But yeah, damn what I could say. Yeah, but like his skill set, bro. I like his skill set a lot. Shouts out to my brother Goldie Boyley. What's going down, Goldie? I like his skill set a lot, bro. He's a hell of a fighter. It's just that, now I'm gonna say Kevin Cunningham with the conditioning. That conditioning with Lubin, because he a hard worker now. Don't get it fucked up. Lubin stay in the gym, he a hard worker. And he do got a shot at beating Charlo. You feel me? He do got a damn good shot, but it's like we all say, it's gonna come down to when Charlo hit your ass because Charlo got that grit and that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He got that grit in that dog. And that's what I don't see in Lubin sometimes. I don't see that grit in that dog. Sometimes he'll just box and he try to catch you with them counter shots and put you out. And when he hurt you, he'll go after you. I don't see that dog in him like that. You know what I mean? I don't see that dog in Lubin like that. But he's a hell like but he got power in both hands. But with Jamel, that motherfucker just he like Earl, bro. Like he gonna come and get you. With push come to shove, when he get down and dirty, he coming to get your ass. He'll come and get. He ain't gonna stop neither. He ain't gonna stop. And that motherfucker is like a tank himself, because he can take some punishment, man. Like you was saying, Key, with that pain shit. Tony Harrison was tagging Jamel motherfucking ass, bro. I'm talking about body shots upstairs. I thought when I say Tony Harrison hitting Jamel ass to the body like that, I'm like, damn, man. I was getting nervous. I'm like, man, Mel ain't gonna get that belt back. Tony looking too motherfucking good. Mel can't hit him with nothing. That body shots like it's gonna slow him down. That motherfucker just kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. And that's what I see in Jamel that I don't see in Tony. I mean, and Lubin motherfucking ass. But I don't see that dog in Lubin. But I'm still a big fan of Lubin, though. He still got the potential to be a world champion. I just don't think he gonna be a world champion fighting Jamel Charlo. I mean, even if he had a chin, I don't know if he can beat Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But he's one hell of a fighter. One hell of a fighter. But him and Rosario, man, like you said, it was Rosario. He a tough motherfucker, bro. He just, I don't know, man. It's just he like his body. It looked like it's solid, but that shit ain't solid, bro. And I don't know what the fuck going on with him and that nigga's stomach or what he got going on. But he need to start rethinking some shit. He need to start rethinking some shit because every time you get hit to the stomach like that, like nigga, like you can get pinched on the stomach, he gonna go down. So you get hit in the stomach like that, you wanna think about your insides or some shit. But he is a hell of a fighter, bro. He's a hell of a fighter. He got the pressure. You know how to put the pressure on your ass, right? He got the power. It's just that even with him just getting hit on the chin and the stomach, bro, it's just if he can get with the right trainer, right, that can teach his ass how to keep his range and distance, because he like to try to pressure and fight. Like, and when you do that, motherfucker, you gonna get hit. You gotta learn how to be smart a little bit. If Banana learn how to be smart a little bit, bro, and just get some boxing skills to him and just keep his range and distance, he'll be better than what he really is right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you bringing on the pressure style, you welcome in a fight. And you know you can't take the shit. So you in that motherfucker like, come on, I get you or you get me, like Tommy Hitman's was against Marvin Hagler. Like, you don't want to go in them type of fights, bro, because you ain't got the motherfucking body for it. So he need to find a trainer that can teach his ass range and distance. Cause he got the height and the reach. He be having the height and the reach. And he ain't get that shit up just want to bang. You know what I mean? So sometimes he put himself in harm's way. So if he can find the right trainer that can teach him the right range and distance to where when he hurt somebody and then go out there and get him, because I don't like the physique. His physique look good. It don't look like the nigga out of shape or shit like that. It's just that he can't take that shit like you were saying, Key. He can't take it. So if he find the right trainer though, he can put himself in position. He can put himself in position. I don't want to say he the type of fighter that overachieve, right? Because he do got power, and that power is real. When you got power, you can be a world champion because you can knock a motherfucker out. That's what we call the equalizer. It don't matter how good they can box. If you can catch him, you can put him out. But with the power and the style that he try to fight, you need a chin for that type of shit, and you better be able to take it downstairs for a while. And he can't do either or. So I like Banana, bro. It's just that he ain't gonna last that long. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna last that long. With Lubin gonna have to learn how to just tighten up on his defense. That's it with him. Tighten up on the defense and box. Cause he a hell of a counter puncher. He don't want to be the type to get into a banger neither. And he don't want those type of bangers. But sometimes his ass get lax of days to where he get a little lazy with his shit. And that's how Banana caught his ass because he got a little lazy with his shit. But he just need to tighten up on his defense, bro. Don't get into the bangers. And he'll put his F in position to win. Like if he going down with Jamel, bro, we know one thing about Jamel, he can be outboxed. You know what I'm saying? He can be outboxed. Lubin is a hell of a boxer. So if he can go on there with a boxing mentality, like, all right, motherfucker, I ain't gonna give you what you want, right? Go on there and box his ass and frustrate Jamel ass and stick to that shit. And if you can force Jamel to make mistakes and make him pay, he can actually put himself in position to hurt Jamel ass too because of his ass is precise with his punches, bro. But if his ass get caught up in banging, how old is Lubin now? Like 26?
Hell no. Lubin only like 23, 24, 24. I think Lubin
24?
24. Yeah.
Yeah,
Erickson
so
Lubin, because he was only 20 when he faced Charlo the first time.
damn, he was only 20?
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit. So he's still doing mind maturing. His mind's still maturing as well. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
he turned he's 25. He 25.
25?
He
Okay.
turned 25 in October.
Okay. So yeah, so he getting there, man, with the mental statement, So he just gotta learn how to, bro, just keep his patience and tighten up on that goddamn defense. Cause he is one of the best at the division. 154 is stacked, even with motherfuckers with losses. They all got their own skill set of what they bring to the table that they do great, that the other one don't do. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them special at the 154-pound division. But if he can go in there and box Jamel ass and just tighten up on his defense, bro, and when you get close, start trying to wrap up, he give himself a shot to win, bro. But I just think Jamel right now that motherfucker just in his prime, bro. Jamel Charlo just in his prime, bro. And at 154, I don't think none of them dudes can beat him. I don't think none of them can beat him. I do give my guy a shot though. This motherfucker they for the fight, Castano, because of his pressure, right? And because I feel like he can make Jamel smother his punches because he's the shorter with the shortest arm and the shorter reach with the smaller fighter. So I think he can make Jamel smother his punches a little bit if he get in the inside Brian Castano, and his ass gonna work the body. Brian Castano is a fucking workhorse. I like that about him. And once you be a workhorse, you force his ass to work. And if he can force Mel to make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Doing what he doing, he give himself a good shot. So with Lubin, just gonna come down to Lubin being a little bit smarter, bro, and tighten up on his goddamn defense.
Yeah, I disagree when you say that you think that Lubin would lose to Jamel Charlo, even if he did have a granted chance. I don't see that because to me, I don't see. I see a lot of holes in Jamel Charlo game. I mean, let's not sit up here and act like that. Tony Harrison, my God, I fuck with Tony Harrison heavy, but we're not gonna sit up here and act like that. Tony Harrison is just the best out of everybody at 154 because he's not. And we seen what Tony Harrison was doing to Jamel Charlo. If Tony Harrison had a chin, he would have beat Jamel Charlo. And that's a fact. He was beating Jamel Charlo. But Tony Harrison he don't have a chin like that either. And if you go back into history and look at Tony Harrison fights, you'll see that in all the fights that he loses is because his chin fails him and he gasses out. So I mean, Jermell Charlo, he's been in several fights to where he was losing, and his power bails him out, right? To me, Erickson Lubin is better. His skill set is better than Jermell Charlo's, right? But like I said, of course, I'm gonna go with Jermell Charlo if they ever fight again, because one thing that we know that Erickson Lubin don't have is a chin, and you can't wake up overnight with a chin. And I do disagree with he has a lot of lapses in his defense. I think that, like I said, when you fight those opponents like that, you're gonna get hit. Now, if you go back and saw what Erickson Lubin got hit with, he didn't just get hit with just like no devastating shots and shit like that. He got hit with a jab. So I mean, you gonna get hit. Like, this is prize fighting. You fighting at the top level, so these guys is gonna get hit. It's not like he was supposed to go in there and just not get touched. We knew he was gonna get hit. It's about how he reacts and how he takes the punishment when he does get hit. All of these guys get hit. If you watch Jermell Charlo fight, he get hit. All of them dudes get hit. You got to understand that.
I said with Lubin, he has to. When I say tighten up on his defense, don't get lazy, because he get late. He got hit with some shit because he got lazy. Well, the shot where Banana hurt him. Go look at it. He threw that lazy shit. Banana caught his ass.
Well, what I'm saying is all of them guys do that at
You got in the ring. You want to be world champion? You got to tighten up on this shit.
So I'm saying Jermell Charlo, he does the same shit. But the difference is we don't talk about it, because when it happens, he's able to take that shot.
Well, that's the reason why Lubin has to tighten up on that shit.
We put in more emphasis on Erickson Lubin because we see when he get hit, he can't take it. So it's not that he don't have, good defense, that his defense is trash, because I think that he got cool defense. His defense is up to par. It's just that his chin ain't. And that's the thing. So, and it's like he needs to be hit to remember how to take a punch, like Blue said. And like I was saying earlier, it's weird, but you're not going to be able to do that with everybody, because you get in the ring, like Money said, with somebody like Jermell Charlo that's going to be relentless on you. He's not going to give you a chance to recover. So that's a scary fight. In any fight that Erickson Lubin gets in at 154 against any of the top competition, we're not just talking about Jermell Charlo. He get in there against Jarrett Hurd. It's danger throughout the whole fight. He get in there with Brian Castano. It's danger throughout the whole fight. He get in there with Tony Harrison, Julian J. Rock Williams. You name it. Anybody that he get in the ring with that's on that top A or B level at 154, it's going to be danger for Lubin the whole fight, is because we don't know if he's going to be able to take none of their punches when he get hurt. When he get tapped for the first time. And it's crazy. KG Alexander say, shout out to ETB. My dude, he says, my dude Key and the Big Stepper talking that boxing. Salute and hit the like button. And shout out to my man KG, always coming in here showing love and support in that super chat, man. Shout out to you, man. And y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button. It don't make no sense if you coming in here, you sitting up in here, you watching, and you refuse to hit the like button. Don't make no damn sense. Hit the like button. That's it. That's all, folks. Like Batman say. Yeah, but man, so that's just my thing with Erickson Lubin. And like I said, it's a shame because he's a special fighter to me. Erickson Lubin is a special fighter. He just, it's just that power. And see, not the power. It's just his chin. It's just his chin. And I know Money, how you were saying that he don't have no dog in him. Erickson Lubin got a whole lot of dog in him. He got dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He got dog in him. But the thing is that you see him because he knows in his head that he can't take big shots. So when you look at it and say, oh, well, he ain't got no dog, he ain't relentless like that. He is. He just be scared to get caught with another shot. Because I think Erickson Lubin, he has that thing in his mind now, and it's bothering him because he sees that, damn, every time I get hit with a big shot, I'm hurt. And I can't do nothing about it. What the fuck? My chin ain't holding up. So he got that in the back of his head, but he got dog in him because you seen that if you see any of his sparring wars, Erickson Lubin got a whole lot of dog in him. You see what I'm saying? It's just you can't go about it and show the dog and just be relentless like a Jermell Charlo can because his chin ain't gonna hold up. Jermell Charlo ain't worried about in the back of his head if, oh man, if I get hit, I'm gonna get hurt and I ain't gonna be able to stand up behind it. Jermell Charlo ain't worried about that. That's why he walking through shit.
He broke it down to me, Keith, so I get what I'm looking at now.
What?
Remember I told you about the homework shit?
Okay, yeah, cool, hell yeah, cool. You're gonna be able to knock that out with no problem now then.
Yeah, he just hit me back.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all it is with Erickson Lubin. And like I said, it's crazy when you see a fighter like that with all the skills in the world. Like I said, it's like Julian Jackson. Julian Jackson has 6 losses in his career, and they was all by knockout. And most of all of his wins were by knockout. So you got in the ring with Julian Jackson, you knew that you was either gonna get knocked out or you was gonna knock him out. And you knew that if you was a fan watching Julian Jackson, you knew that if he got caught clean, he was pretty much going to sleep.
It's about the Hawk?
Yeah, the Hawk, Julian Jackson.
That's all the sons.
What'd you say?
I thought you were talking about his sons.
No, you said his son?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Hawk, Julian Jackson. I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
All his losses were by knockout. You know what I'm saying? Every time I watched Julian Jackson, I knew somebody was going to get put to sleep. You know? Either him or the other fighter. But yeah, man. So I would like to see Erickson Lubin. I mean, you can't say that he not. I hear a lot of people were saying, oh, he ain't ready for Charlo. He better stay away from Charlo. I mean, he ready for Charlo. He's ready for Charlo in my eyes. It's nothing that Erickson Lubin is going to be able to do to get him more ready for Charlo. Like, it's nothing that he's going to be able to do to get his chin stronger. Because I don't give a damn how good he get his defense. He going there against Charlo. In a 12-round fight, he's going to get caught. So it don't matter. He's ready for Charlo right now. You know? So we're going to see what happens because I believe if it holds up what Kevin Cunningham was saying before the Erickson Lubin fight and Jason Rosario, he said that they were fighting for the mandatory slot for the WBC for Jermell Charlo belt. So if that stands, whoever wins between Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano, you know, depending on if they have a rematch clause in that fight, right? Erickson Lubin is right there. He right there. But he in danger, whether it's Charlo or Castano. To me, he in the same amount of danger. The same amount of danger. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if somehow, some way, Erickson Lubin is able to get hit, get hurt, because we know it's probably going to happen, and then last, survive, and come back, he can beat any of them dudes. He can beat Jermell Charlo. He can beat Brian Castano. He could beat J-Rock. He could beat all of them dudes at 154. That's what I believe. But we got to see. You know, that's a big if, and that chin is a big if. As far as Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo, man, I don't know, man. Like I said, that's a hard fight. I don't know because I have seen Jermell Charlo being beat. I have seen him, and we got to look, man. We got to look at Jermell Charlo. I like Jermell Charlo in the ring a lot. He's doing his thing, and he's fighting everybody. But let's go ahead and look at Jermell Charlo, you know, and compare his opponents. because that's really ultimately what you got to do when you talk about Jermell Charlo going into an undisputed fight with Brian Castano, right? We got to look at what Jermell Charlo has done against who, right? We know that he fought Tony Harrison twice. One of the fights, he lost against Tony Harrison. I thought it was a draw myself. The second fight, Tony Harrison came out and he looked better than he did the first fight and was beating Jermell Charlo before he got hurt and stunned. But Tony Harrison, like I said, we got to think that Tony Harrison, that's not Tony Harrison's first time getting hurt like that in fights. That wasn't Tony Harrison's first time being ahead in a fight and getting knocked out, right? So Tony Harrison had a history of that. Before he fought Tony Harrison, he fought Austin Trout. Now, Austin Trout is it's a solid win, but Austin Trout wasn't in his prime no more. Then before that, he knocked out Erickson Lubin, right? Before that, Charles Hadley. Charles Hadley is not an A-level opponent. John Jackson, he was losing against John David Jackson, bad. But this is before he got with Derrick James. But he was losing to John David Jackson.
That was his first fight with Derrick James.
Oh, okay. It was his first fight with Derrick James. Now, he was losing and getting the shit outboxed him. You know what remind me of that John David Jackson fight with Jermell Charlo? That fight reminded me of Danny Garcia and Amir Khan. Right? Because you saw Amir Khan, he was beating the dog shit out of Danny Garcia, outboxing him, making him look like a complete amateur. But if you go to the John Jackson fight in Jermell Charlo, John Jackson was doing the same thing against Jermell Charlo. He was beating the shit out of Jermell Charlo, outboxing him, making him look like a pure amateur. And Jermell Charlo's power bailed him out of that fight. His power bailed him out of that fight. So let's not forget that, right? And John Jackson is, he's not a top level opponent at all. John Jackson got 4 L's on his he got 4 L's on his resume. And John Jackson last loss was to Eric Walker, and I think that was on the Contender Series, right? John Jackson went and he fought on the Contender Series and he lost on there, right? So let's not forget that, right? So if you look at, he faced John Jackson, Charles Hadley, Erickson Lubin, Austin Trout, Tony Harrison, Jorge Cota, and Tony Harrison again, Jason Rosario. We just seen what Lubin did to Jason Rosario, and he about to fight Brian Castano. So I'm telling y'all right now, you got to keep it 100. Because, I know everybody like Jermell Charlo, but Jermell Charlo don't just bet against Brian Castano and think that Brian Castano can't beat Jermell Charlo. Because when I look at all of these opponents, I look at opponents that I think that I would favor Brian Castano over all of these opponents, right? And like I said, the big thing that you got to take out of this, right? Juan Ramos, I know you from Houston, bro. I know you from Houston, right? But what I'm talking about is facts. You can try to, talk about Gabe and Vanez Monterosha and all you want. I know you're going to try to, do everything you can to save Jermell Charlo. And like I said, I'm not knocking Jermell Charlo. I'm just saying you got to look at these factors when he's going in there against Brian Castano. I'm saying that Brian Castano may be the toughest fight of Jermell Charlo's career, and you got to look at all those factors. And I'm saying that if Brian Castano beat Jermell Charlo, it's not going to be a huge upset. It's not going to be a huge upset because you got to take in accountability that Jermell Charlo has been in fights that he has been losing before. Jermell Charlo ain't just no fucking unstoppable, untouchable fighter. He got holes in his game too. And like Money said earlier, you can outbox Jermell Charlo, but he has a whole lot of grit and he has heart and he got power. Jermell Charlo, what's been saving him in some of these fights is his conditioning, his grit, his heart, and his power. But if he get in the ring with somebody else that got a whole bunch of heart, right, that got grit, he might lose because it's things that fighters like Brian Castano, fighters like that can box like John David Jackson and my man Tony Harrison, it's things that they do a lot better than Jermell Charlo. It's just something that he has that's been bailing him out. But what's going to happen when you in there with another dog where your power can't bail you out, where your skill set is going to have to be able to be the thing that bails you out? We got to see that. And we're going to see that when he goes in there against Brian Castano. You're going to see that. So I'm telling y'all, don't overlook these things that I'm telling y'all, because these are things that you have to look at when you talk about Jermell Charlo getting in the ring with the best at 154. Somebody that does have a chance. Because Brian Castano not going to go in there and just lay out. So like I said,
you better call that man no damn John David Jackson no more. No.
What you say?
I said, you better call that man no damn John David Jackson no more. I know that much.
What you talking about?
You call him John, the Hawk son, John David Jackson.
I mean, my bad, John Jackson. I said, because you know I'm thinking John David Jackson, the trainer and shit.
Right, I was over laughing like my.
Yeah, but y'all know what I was talking about anyway, John Jackson.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean that's just how I feel. And money, you got anything else you want to add on this before we move on to the next?
Now you said a lot of shit right there. Like, when we look
I'm just saying those are things you just have to take in accountability, right?
Yeah, I'm saying when we look at the resume, I probably will favor Brian Castano over everybody. Shit, Brian Castano's a hell of a fighter. Like I said, that dude, he beat Laura. Let's get that out the way. He beat Laura. Went after that, beat Patrick Teixeira. Like, that motherfucker can fight. Them Argentinians be tough as fuck, bro. And he got grit, and he believe in himself. Like, I'm a big fan of Brian Castano. I don't think he gonna beat Jermell, but he's in his fight. Like, that's a fight. That ain't no walk in the park. There ain't no walk in the park. And the Jermell go out there and ace his ass, I'm gonna give him his credit, but there ain't no walk in the park. Brian Castano was a dog. But this is the thing, Jermell Charlo knows that. And that's what I like about him. He said, I've been out with another stud, I've been out with another tough fighter, right? He's a champion. He ain't overlooking it. But I think Jermell Charlo has gotten better, especially in the Rosario fight. He boxed his ass, he looked good. He ain't go out there, he ain't try to just dog it out with him. He went out there, he showed his skills, and he let Rosario come and walk into some shit. You know what I mean? So I think he can switch it up. That's what I think about Jermell. He can switch it up. I think he been falling in love with the knockout lady. So sometimes he go out there and he forget to show his skill set. But Jermell Charlo has a boxing skill set that's perfect. He was outboxing motherfuckers early on in his career. So he's a hell of a boxer. He just his ass fell in love with the knockouts. But when he out there and he want to use that skill set, that boxing skill set, he got that bitch. And then don't forget about that jab he got. Him and his brother, they got some of the best jabs. So I give him that credit, but this is a real undisputed fight with him and Brian Castano. That shit gonna be a fire fight. And Brian Castano, I like the fire that's lit up on his ass, bro. Like, he ain't worrying about no names. Like you say, I don't worry about that. I'm worried about what I do. You know, so, and his confidence. And he a shit talker.
You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm making a change. I'm going with Brian Castano in this fight, man. I like the underdog in this fight, man.
How much you going for him?
What happened?
How much you going for him?
How much I'm going for him? I'm not saying I'm going for him. I'm saying I think that Brian Castano is gonna pull off the victory against Jermell Charlo.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna pull it off, but the damn sure got to.
I think he's gonna pull it off, man.
But I like his and he a shit talker too, kid. That boy say, yeah, ask Earl Spence to remember that 8 count. You hear me? He a shit talker, and he was talking shit to Jermell. I ain't even watched the press conference, bro. I got to go watch that press conference. But I'm a big fan of Brian Castano, bro. He gonna bring it. But I do got Jermell winning this fight, though. Let's not get it misunderstood out of this motherfucker. But like he said, man, he's a tough motherfucker, bro. You just can't overlook him and count him out like he's just somebody, especially to the ones who probably never heard of his name but don't know what he's about. You just can't look at that boy and overlook him because he's a hell of a fighter, bro. Hell of a fighter.
Right. Juan Ramos, you from Houston. right? That's what you need to understand, Juan Ramos. You are from Houston. You supposed to go for Jermell Charlo. I don't gotta go for Jermell Charlo. You from Houston. I'm not from Houston. Jermell, come on now, bro. You talking about, oh, I just don't like Jermell Charlo. What that have to do with me liking Jermell Charlo or not liking? You know what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with that. You got to go with him. I don't have to go with him. I am not from Houston. You feel me?
Did you catch that super bet?
Yeah, what's good? T-Rail 713. He says, Key, give me that bet. I'm giving Vegas that bet. Like I said, I like the underdog. I'm a real bettor. I do this. So I'm a bet and I'm gonna put money on the underdog. You feel me? If y'all give me the Vegas odds, we could bet all day. Holla at me. If you want to give me the Vegas odds, we could bet. But I don't even I'm not finna just bet with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like Jermell Charlo, but when I'm breaking down these fights, this has nothing to do with me liking Jermell, because money will tell you. When if I'm betting, I'm not finna bet off of who I like or who I don't like.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's just ignorance. But when I was breaking the fight down to y'all and breaking the fight down to myself at the same time, and I just thought right now, because at first I picked Jermell Charlo to beat Brian Castano. I did. But now I'm changing because I'm like, man, you know what? Saying what I said and really thinking about it, Brian Castano, this is like a 50-50 fight. You feel me? It's a 50-50 fight to me. And Brian Castano, it's not going to be no upset if he beat Jermell Charlo. So in that case, if he is the underdog, let me see what the odds look like. He's the underdog. I'd rather go with the underdog. Yeah, he a plus 185. And he might move to a plus 200 by the time the fight comes. I like them odds.
Well, they got Charlo.
They got Charlo right now a negative 230.
That tell you how close the fight is.
Yeah, so that's so I like Castano in that fight, man. And plus, like I said, Castano beat Lara, man. That was impressive to me.
Yeah, that was.
And then Castano, and like I said, another thing, we've never seen Castano in the ring active. We've always seen him coming in off a 2-year layoff, a 1-year layoff. Now he's active. He's been active now. He only gonna get better from what we seen him in the ring, right? He only has 17 fights. He don't have he ain't taking a lot of punishment. And he's not gonna fold. That's the thing. He's not gonna get in there and get knocked out like Tony Harrison. I don't think. He tough. He not gonna get in there and get knocked out like Charles Hadley and all them dudes. He finna be there. When the bell ring, he gonna be there, and when the bell ring at the end of the fight, he's going to be there. So can Jermell Charlo go in there and outbox him cleanly? I don't know. T-Rail 713, he said, I'm gonna message you on Facebook. Yeah, just hit me, man. Am I going to the Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo fight? No. I will be going to the Errol Spence and Pacquiao fight, and I'll be going and I'll be at the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. I'm going to those two fights. Where is Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo fighting at anyway, Money?
Shit, I'll go ask you the same question.
Yeah, I don't even know where that fight is happening at. Anybody know where they fighting at?
I missed that press conference. I watch it.
I ain't finna come in here and just cap for Jermell Charlo just because, man, Jermell Charlo don't give a damn about none of y'all in this chat. Wouldn't give a flying 2 fucks about nobody in here. Jalen Thompson say Arizona, I think. Man, they ain't not fighting in no Arizona.
San Antonio last time I checked. T-Real say San Antonio.
They fighting in San Antonio. Oh, okay. They fighting in San Antonio. And that's gonna be a large Hispanic crowd. Jamel Charlo, that man, he fighting in San Antonio. It's gonna be a lot of Hispanics out there rooting for Brian Castano. Even though Brian Castano don't have no name, but you know how that go. Is that fight on pay-per-view?
No.
Is it on?
Showtime.
You sure? Because Jamel Charlo don't never be fighting on Showtime. Jamal do.
Yeah, it's on Showtime. Remember they released it?
It's on. You sure? It ain't on Showtime pay-per-view?
I don't never see them on pay-per-view. No.
Yeah, I don't think it is. So it is free. So it's on, or is it on Fox? It's on regular Showtime. Damn. You know what? I didn't know that because they haven't been talking. Why is this an undisputed fight and they haven't been talking about this fight?
Remember when they released the schedules and shit?
Yeah, you right.
And they
why is this an undisputed fight and they haven't been talking about it? This fight is for undisputed money, and ain't nobody talking about it. None of the mainstream media, Showtime ain't even. They're not even advertising it. Why? Shit crazy. Like you don't hear about this fight at all. They ain't even advertising.
Just had a pay-per-view on tape. Ain't even see the shit.
Right. Scotty, salute to my man. World Combat Sports off in the building. What's good with it, Scotty?
Down, bro.
Make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. Go subscribe to World Combat Sports. If you want all the behind-the-scenes interviews, he out there in the field. He was the one that was giving you the best interviews behind the scenes on Tank Davis this weekend. He the one that's going to be in the field giving you the best behind the scenes with Deontay Wilder along with my brother Blue Blood. Go subscribe to World Combat Sports.
Great work this weekend too, Scott, man.
Yeah, great work, man.
Enjoyed every bit of it, my dude.
And y'all hit my like button. I don't understand why y'all coming up in here, sniffing around in the fucking background and won't hit the like button. What's wrong with you? Something wrong with your fingers or something? Hit the like button. Yeah, that's crazy, man, how they not respecting this fight. Because for boxing, this is a hell of a fight, money. These dudes, they finna go to war.
Best of the best, bro.
They finna go to war. This may be the most competitive, best fight that we have at all 154.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know Erickson Lubin chin might not hold up, but Brian Castano, he not finna fold like that, bro. So when Jamel Charlo hit him, he gonna keep coming.
Facts.
So man, but anyway, like I said, like my man said, like my man Scotty said, hit the damn like button. It's not hard. But like, let's talk about Lomachenko, man. Did you get a chance to go watch that fight yet, money?
No, I ain't checking out. Nope.
Oh man.
Don't worry, bro. Shit, whoop my ass.
Man, Vasyl Lomachenko looked great this weekend, man. He looked great, man. And I know, I hear people trying to not give him his credit, bro. They trying to act first, right? It is the same people that was picking Nakatani to beat Lomachenko, right? Now all of a sudden he went in there, schooled Nakatani, made him look like a pure amateur, made him look like his feet was stuck in the mud. Now they don't want to give Lomachenko his fucking credit. Now they don't want to give Lomachenko his credit, right? Lomachenko went out there, man, and he did his thing, man. He looked great. He looked great out there. Man, he confused Nakatani all night. He set traps, man. He set so many traps in that fight. Nakatani was running right into the traps that he was setting. Man, he was running circles, literally running circles around Nakatani. Remember when Roy Jones fought? Man, what was when Roy Jones fought Damn, what's his name? I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. I got his name, but I can't think of it, right? Damn. When Roy Jones fought the dude with the dreads, right? With the little dreads. And Roy Jones ran a whole circle around dude.
Montel?
Huh? No, not Montel. When Roy Jones, it was the Jamaican dude. He fought that Jamaican dude with the dreads, right? And Roy Jones ran a whole circle around dude and then met him, right? Met him in front with a combination. Lomachenko did that same thing. I'm talking about he was running Richard Hall. There it is. With KP from KC. And salute to you, KP. When Roy Jones fought Richard Hall and ran a circle around him and met him in the front, it hit him with a bop combination. That's the same thing Lomachenko did, bro. That's the same thing. Lomachenko, man, he looked great. He was all in angles he was doing, man. And Nakatani didn't have nothing for him. Nothing for him. He beat the dog shit out of Nakatani like nobody else has done. Like he beat the dog shit out of Nakatani, man. And we have never seen nobody beat up Nakatani like that.
My son, Poppy.
He had nothing for Lomachenko. He really didn't even land nothing on Lomachenko. He landed a couple body shots here and there, but other than that, he headbutted Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He called Lomachenko early, I think in the first round, with a headbutt and split Lomachenko's the top of Lomachenko's head open, and Lomachenko had blood streaming everywhere. But they was able to stop the bleeding. And like I said, Lomachenko really didn't get hit no more after that. You know, Nakatani, he was trying to fight dirty. He was trying to hit Lomachenko with elbows. Well, he wasn't trying. He did catch Lomachenko with some elbows and things like that. But other than that, man, he had nothing. He had no answers for Lomachenko. Lomachenko told you that he was going to do that, right? Y'all don't want to give Lomachenko no credit, but the man went in the ring and he did exactly what he told you he was going to do. He says, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to dominate Nakatani because I want to show everybody that I'm a better fighter than Teofimo Lopez if I'm at 100%, that I'm better than Teofimo, and I'm going to do that. The only way I am able to do that right now by going out and fighting the opponent that he fought, that he had a lot of trouble with, and I'm going to dominate him. And that's exactly what Vasyl Lomachenko did. He dominated him. He dominated him with his footwork, his angles, you know what I'm saying, throwing punches from different angles, getting off the, man, he was getting off the line. So man, what he was doing, you got to go watch that fight, man. It was brilliant. It was brilliant work, and he looked great. He looked great, man, and you got to give Lomachenko his credit. Quit hating on the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Quit hating on him. Keep the same energy y'all had when y'all found out he was going to fight Nakatani. Don't talk about Nakatani going to knock out Lomachenko, Nakatani going to do this, this, and that. And then when Lomachenko go out there and make him look like an amateur and school him and stop him, then y'all want to, well, Nakatani wasn't this and Nakatani wasn't that. And then I even hear people talking about, Nakatani threw the fight. How the fuck a man get beat up like he got beat up? Can't even see. The man couldn't even see. And y'all are running around talking about he threw the fight. Man, y'all, some of y'all make me sick with this shit, dog. Some of y'all boxing fans, man, y'all ain't even fans. Y'all just say any fucking thing. Y'all will just say anything and don't even care. But, you know, now Teofimo Lopez, he talked and he said, Teofimo Lopez's father talked and he said that they are willing to give Lomachenko a rematch now, that the rematch has to come immediately after Teofimo faces and beats George Kambosos. So he said, yeah, we'll give him a rematch but it has to be right after the George Kambosos fight. He says, because my son, Poppy, after that, my son's going to 140, Poppy. So he says his son is going to 140, right? So the rematch is going to happen. It's going to be on pay-per-view. You better believe Bob Arum is going to put that together. All that has to happen now is that Teofimo Lopez go out there It faces because they keep pushing this fight back. He got to go out there and fight George Kambosos Jr. He got to go out there and beat George Kambosos. And if he beats George Kambosos, we're going to see a big mega pay-per-view showdown, a rematch between Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. And I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it. And I think that Teofimo Lopez re-signing with Top Rank and getting this big contract with Top Rank, I think somewhere in that signing, Bob Arum told Teofimo Lopez and them, look, you're going to have to give me this pay. You're going to have to give me a paper. We'll give you a pay-per-view, but the first pay-per-view we give you is going to have to be a rematch with Lomachenko, because we all know that the Bob father, he loves him some Lomachenko. He loves him some Lomachenko. I've always been a Lomachenko fan, and I'm not finna come on here and switch up on Lomachenko just because he suffered a loss to Teofimo Lopez. He's still a bad motherfucker, and him going into a fight with Teofimo Lopez is a 50-50 fight, a fight that I want to see, and all y'all talking shit about Lomachenko, you want to see him get in there and fight, right? And that's just what it is. Quit hating on the man. If you could fight, you could fight, period. I know you didn't watch the fight, but what you think about, just piggybacking off of what I was saying?
I already knew Lomachenko was going to beat the shit out of him. Like I told everybody, man. I've been telling people that shit. He going to break that boy down. He going to whip his ass because he's still on my pound for pound list. A lot of people just write Lomachenko off over the Teofimo shit. Like he just went out there and Teofimo just beat the shit out of him, exposed him, and Loma was nothing, this, that, and the third. I've been telling y'all Loma was going to do that shit, right? And I ain't going to lie to you, I didn't see this rematch coming. I won't sit up here act like I seen the rematch coming and shit like that. But with the rematch, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if he going to fight George Kambosos. I don't know if they're going to try to swing him around that shit. I know he's the mandatory. They talking about fighting in December. Like, you can't go fight this man in no goddamn. What are you supposed to fight him in September? Well, it's a possibility. Okay. If you fight him in September, I thought Bob was talking about October and shit. So if you fight him in September, okay, I get it. But we'll see. It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
They're banking on. They looking for Teofimo Lopez to get past George Kambosos with no, with no type of injuries, just basically walk through George Kambosos.
Which I believe he go. Well, I don't know. I want to see what George Kambosos got, but I thought I always picked Teo to knock Kambosos out. I still think he's gonna knock him out. You know what I'm saying? So if he get it, Teo Lopez is coward. But if he get it, I don't call Lopez no coward. I ain't going that far. Lopez can fight his ass off. Ain't nothing to coward about him. I don't like this the moves him and his daddy saying outside the ring. But you ain't calling Teo no coward.
He ain't no coward. The man can fight his ass off.
Yeah, man can fight his ass off. But with the rematch coming along, he did what he had to do. And this is why I say I can respect Teofimo Lopez from the standpoint of look at Turnbull Crawford, look at Teofimo Lopez. Look how long Turnbull Crawford stood with him, and look how long Teo been with him, and Teo stood up on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Teo ain't just taking on any goddamn thing, but Bud did. Not saying that Bud ain't getting his little millions of dollars that he want, but man, you supposed to been had big fights. Look at Teo now. Bam! The first Loma fight, they want to give him his money. Fuck you! I don't get my money. I ain't fighting. He got his money. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I want this. Nah, if you ain't gonna give me that, I'm going over the Triller. You went over the Triller. Came back. What Bob saying? Yeah, we upped the contract. We did this. We did that. All that shit. But boy, you out here, you let this man do anything to you. You supposed to been had a fucking Pacquiao fight. But nonetheless, right? With Lomachenko, one hell of a fighter. Yeah, to the people talking about Nakatani blew the fight. What the fuck is he blowing the fight for? You know what I'm saying? You got this opportunity to go in here and fight fucking Lomachenko and put yourself on the stage. Well, like I say, one thing I don't get though, people that talking about people that blow the fight. Why would I go all the way whatever round it was he stopped me? Why would I go all these rounds getting my ass whooped, right? And then blow the fight at the end of an ass whooping. If I'm gonna blow the fight, right, I'm gonna get my money. What if I go down in the first second of the first round, right? So
just ignorant, man.
Yeah, just stupid shit. So just looking at the situation though, man, Loma a bad motherfucker. He's still in the game. It's gonna be a hell of a fight with him and Teofimo Lopez because the rematch is gonna happen. Ain't no way in hell George Kambosos beat no damn Teofimo Lopez. No matter if he go hold 12 or get his ass knocked out in the first round. Teo just too damn good, bro. He too damn good for that dude. And Loma, he'll come out this second fight and he gonna put his best foot forward, bro. He'll put his best foot forward. So we might end up getting this shit 3 times. To be honest with y'all, we might end up getting it 3 times. But T.O. do got a high probability of knocking Loma ass out if Loma come out and fight. I want to see if he can knock his ass out. But for as Lomachenko, bro, you gotta get that man all the credit in the world. All the credit. He coming back off a loss, facing the motherfucking top 10 lightweight. Always wanted the best of the best. You feel me? And that what made me respect him.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
How can you hate on a man, right? The state of boxing right now, all of these fighters that skipping around and don't want to fight the best, right? Whatever, why ever, and whatever it may be behind it, right? Lomachenko is not that. He's always wanted to fight the best, and he's always fought the best. You got to think, man. We talking about Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell Jr., motherfucking Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux was begging. People want to make excuses. Rigondeaux was little and this and that. Rigondeaux was begging for that fight. Not Lomachenko was saying that. This guy too small. No. But Rigondeaux kept on. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? And just so on and so on. You gotta give him his credit.
Yeah, so this fight coming up, and he got it too. So respect to him. He said he wanted that bitch. Bob made it happen for him. Brought both of them to the table, put the money up. You know what I'm saying? And it's her now. It's her. So I'm looking forward to it. Like even when he lost, I felt like it should have been a rematch. Me myself, but I ain't know Loma was that damn bold to not put a fucking rematch clause in there. But you know you're gonna need a rematch clause to give yourself a second chance. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, respect to both now. Respect to Teofimo Lopez for stepping up, right? And facing the Lomachenko for the second time. Respect to Loma for getting that rematch, you know. I just show you the dog in T.O. and the Loma. So that boy talking about Loma's a coward, man. You better rethink that, bro. Just because you might don't like a dude for a certain situation, give them that credit for what they're doing inside the ring, bro. You got to learn how to differentiate the two. You feel me? You can feel a certain way about somebody outside the ring, but inside the ring, bro, give them dudes their credit, man. You feel me? But it's gonna be one hell of a fight, man. One hell of a fight.
All right, and my man KP from KC5. Hey, man, KP say it looked like Van Dam versus Tongue Post shit. Man, my man Jalen Thompson said Lomo killed homie with angels. For real, man. It was like it was ghosts. He didn't know where that, man. He confused him, man. You got to go watch it, man. Like I said, I watched it again. Yeah, I watched it again last night because the first time I watched it, I was kind of trying to watch the tank fight at the same time on 2 different devices, so I couldn't really sit down and watch it like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm damn sure gonna watch it. That's Lomachenko, bro. You feel me? I remember I can get to my ESPN shit.
Right. Oh yeah, man. Did they get? Is it up and running now?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I love to see that rematch when it happened. I'm gonna be tuned in. Everybody gonna be tuned in, right? And bruh, I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Like I said, I'm kind of edging Teofimo Lopez, but I don't. That's a hard one, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to put money on that one.
All right, the sign, sealed, and delivered. Loma coming back with a little vengeance, dog.
All right, he got something to prove, bro. Lomachenko, when you do what he did in the amateurs and then come and do what he did in the professional, right? Your mind is different. Loma really believes that he's unbeatable, even though he's been beat. But that's the type of mindset you have to be great. Can't nobody make him, it doesn't matter how he get beat. He still thinks that he's the best, period. And when you have a strong mindset like that, it's going to be hard to beat him. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we got to see if he can take Teofimo Lopez's power. That's the big question, because we know that Lomachenko probably can outbox Teofimo Lopez. but can he take Teofimo Lopez's power? And can he take those body shots? Because one thing that you can do against Lomachenko is he doesn't like that body work. And when you go to the body against Lomachenko, it will slow down and it will stop a lot of those angles that he uses, right? And we know Teofimo Lopez, he know how to punch to the body. So it's going to be a very interesting fight to see. And if Lomo can take Teofimo's power, if Lomo comes out early and he's very active, right, throwing punches like he did do in the first fight, can he wear Teofimo down? Can he wear and can he possibly stop Teofimo in the late rounds like we almost saw him do in the 11th round? You know, was the shoulder a big factor in that fight? We do know that he had shoulder surgery after the Teofimo Lopez fight. Was that a valid excuse that he used? That he was just scared to use the shoulder because he didn't think it was going to last? I don't know. But the good thing about it, money, is we're going to get to see all of it play out when they have the rematch. All the questions are going to be answered when they have the rematch. Straight up and down.
Hell yeah, it's going to be a good one too.
Straight up. Uppercuts Boxing Nation, what's happening with it? Salute. And make sure that y'all go to Facebook and go subscribe to Uppercuts Boxing Nation. Right? Go to Facebook.
Uppercut.
And go subscribe to Uppercuts Boxing Nation. And while y'all in here, if you had not hit the like button, go and hit my like button. If you have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you hit the like button. But yeah, man. So anyway, man, I want to cook on this Tank Davis situation before we get up out of here, man. Tank, man, great fight, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start this one off, money, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go after you.
Oh hell yeah, man! Hell of a fight by Tank, bro. Hell of a fight, man. Tank went out there, and he had to figure it out. And he did figure it out. You know what I mean? Barrios was doing his thing in there, and Barrios was the taller, longer fighter. As I kept telling y'all, bro, there's going to be some resistance in there where Barrios is going to win some rounds. He's going to make it tough, right? He's like, just to me, I feel like he's just right there on the level of the Ryan Garcias and the Devin Haney's and things of that nature, just at 140 pounds. And people don't really know him that much because, his name ain't been buzzing like that because he hasn't, he haven't been in a division with with the hottest names like that. We got Josh Taylor now, and they fight for undisputed and shit like that. They gonna get all the recognition. But I've been seeing Barrios as a tough motherfucker. He went out there, he made it tough for Tank, man. He had Virgil Hunter in the corner, who was giving him great instructions and things of that nature. So Tank just showed that dog in him in that grit, man. And he had to figure it out. You know what I mean? He went out there and he figured it out, he was being exciting, right? But like he said, he was a little scared himself because he like, shit, I ain't trying to get hit with this motherfucker. This motherfucker got some pop. I ain't trying to get hit and he lay my ass out or hurt me. So, he was a little worried what Barrios throwing at his ass. And that's a testament to Barrios to show that he got power. But, Tank went out there, ended up dropping him twice in one round, started feeling himself, came back, hit him with the body shot, put him down. And then after that, the ref called it. Tank hit him with a couple shots, but the ref's like, nah, that's it. But, man, it was a hell of a fight, man. One hell of a fight. A lot of people just thought this was a gimme for Tank. You know what I mean? A lot of people still ain't gonna give him his just do. A lot of people still saying, oh man, Barrios want this, he want that, things of that nature. Man, you gotta start getting credit what credit is due, bro. Barrios was a tough motherfucker. He was tall, he was long, he was rangy, he was the bigger man. You know what I mean? Was he the top shotter at 140? No, he wasn't. Was he a competition at 140? Yes, he was. You know what I mean? Tank went out there and did what he had to do. Fought a tough motherfucking Barrios, got the stoppage in the 11th round. Showed why he is the youngest, hottest fighter in the game, right? And showed that he's tough as fuck. You know what I mean? Could he survive with all the other cats at 140? Possibility, right? But we're going to let him enjoy his win. But, just looking at the thing overall, bro, it was a hell of a night. He put 17,000 motherfuckers in Atlanta. So, Tank he's growing as a star, man. He's growing as a star. He's growing as a man. And he's getting better as a fighter. He just got to keep his ass in the gym, stay hungry, stay focused, right? Continue to put on performances like this, You know what I mean? And the sky's the limit for him. The sky's the limit for him. So one hell of a night for Tank, man. One hell of a night for everybody that was in Atlanta, right? The new WBA regular world champion. I got him as a 3 division world champion. Me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but I got Tank a 3 division world champion. He made history that night, and the kid's only getting better. And you know, the like I say, the sky's the limit for him, bro. But go ahead, Key.
Yeah, man. So I was one of those people that thought that I'm like, man, Barrios ain't all of that. You know, I said, you know, I picked Tank to pretty much get the knockout in the mid rounds, probably like round 7, you know, because I didn't really look at Barrios and think that he was all of that. And I'm going to keep it real. But you got to give Tank his credit, because to me, you got to prove it. Barrios had to go in the ring and he had to prove that he had that dog in him. And from the very jump, we seen, oh shit, this fight ain't gonna be as easy for Tank that some of us might have thought it was, right? Because we seen that Barrios, he came in straight on Tank ass. Barrios didn't come in the ring to lay down. That's what I love. It wasn't no opponent that was gonna come in the ring. Oh, I'm fighting Tank Davis and I'm gonna come in to lay down. He didn't come in to lay down. Barrios came in the ring, and from the very beginning of that fight, he had he kept Tank Davis on the outside of his jab, and he was moving forward. He was walking Tank Davis back. He was the aggressor, right? He had Tank Davis on his back foot, and we don't never see that. We don't see Tank Davis on his back foot like that. We usually see Tank Davis coming forward. He had Tank Davis on his back foot for probably 5 to 6 rounds. Barrios was showing right off the rip, I'm not scared of this dude, and I'm coming in for the win. I'm coming in to try to knock Tank out. And he came in like that. And so that's what I respected. And you got to look at some of the things that Tank Davis was doing. Tank Davis started taking away Barrios' jab. He was pawing down Barrios' jab, taking it away, and knowing that Barrios, in the back of his head, he had to worry about Tank Davis's power. And Tank Davis started pawing down that jab, and then Tank Davis was shooting with that right. He was shooting with that straight right, and he was catching Barrios. So Tank Davis was using a lot of very good head movement, right, to get in on the inside. He was, you know, he was doing a lot of things, Money. He was showing that he does have boxing skills. He does have a lot of boxing skills, right? But Barrios was winning that fight. Barrios was, like I said, Barrios was sticking Tank Davis, keeping them on the outside of the jab. He was going to Tank Davis's body. And the one thing that I loved about Barrios is he was confusing Tank Davis. He was confusing Tank Davis. He showed that he does have a ring IQ. Barrios showed that his ring IQ is up there, because he was confusing Tank Davis by continuously going to the body, and then he'll go to the head. He'll go to the head, then the body, then the head, the body. He was mixing his shots up, confusing Tank Davis. If you go back and watch the fight, that's one thing I was noticing. So it was hard for Tank Davis to get in on the inside. And Tank Davis told y'all, he was like, I was nervous. I'm fighting a 140-pound guy. I didn't just want to run up in there because shit, I didn't know how hard this dude could hit. But overall, I don't think that Barrios had power like that. Because if you go back and you look at Tank Davis's face, Tank Davis was getting hit a lot throughout that fight. But if you look at his face, it doesn't show it. If you look at Tank Davis' face after the fight, it doesn't show it, right? So it shows you that Barrios, you know, he wasn't hitting Tank Davis with no just, you know, hammer punches, just flush hammer punches. It might have looked like it, but the power wasn't translating on Barrios' side, but the power was definitely translating on Tank Davis's side. I think that Tank Davis made the fight a lot harder than he should have. I think the fight would have been a lot easier for Tank if Tank had went to the body a lot more. If you notice in the first round, Tank came out and he was sticking Barrios with the jab to the solar plex, to the stomach, right? He was throwing that hard jab to Barrios' stomach, and he was sticking him. but he stopped doing that. And Tank Davis started headhunting. That's the thing with Tank. He was just headhunting. He was doing the same things repetitively, right? He was headhunting. He was jumping in with hooks. And, you know, he was able to get away with that with Barrios. But Barrios came to fight, man. And as soon as Tank Davis decided, I'm going to go to the body, we saw that what happened. He dropped Barrios and curled him over with a body shot. Now imagine if Tank had to start going to the body earlier. Tank made that fight a lot harder on himself than he should have. But Tank won that fight for Tank Davis. I know y'all looking at the power and Tank power, this and that. Yeah, he has devastating power. We all know that. But what won that fight for Tank Davis is his grit, his toughness, and his relentless and his will to win. You seen Floyd Mayweather go to the corner and say, look, Tank, I need this. Tank, you down on the official scorecards. You down, Tank. Floyd Mayweather was scared because we know that Floyd Mayweather a gambling man. No telling how much money Floyd Mayweather had on that fight. And we all know that Tank Davis is pretty much all Floyd Mayweather have on there over there on TMT. He couldn't afford for them fight to go to the scorecard and for Tank Davis to lose, even though most people think that if that fight had went to the scorecards, it was no way that they were going to give it to Barrios because they fighting on the TMT card. But with that being said, Floyd Mayweather didn't want to risk none of that, right? And he was just telling Tank, he's telling Tank like, hey, Tank, you down on the unofficial scorecards. Pick that shit up. Pick it up. I need you to go out there and do something, right? And man, Tank Davis dug down and he showed that he was a real dog. Tank Davis showed the same thing that Clarissa showed in her MMA fight. When you got dog in you like that, you could be down on the scorecards. You're going to do whatever it takes to get that win. And Tank Davis showed that, man. He showed his toughness and that dog in him that came out of him that said, hey, I'm going to pour it on this dude. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I'm not in the best condition. I'm coming out there and I'm going to pour it on this dude and I'm going to get him up out of there. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. And that dog in Tank is something else. He went back to them Baltimore roots. Hey, he dug down and went back to them Baltimore roots and showed where he really came from. He came out the mud. He showed that he was going to get it out the mud, however he got to get it. And Tank Davis went out there and did his thing, and you have to give him credit because you've seen the size advantage. You've seen he was in a ring with a dude that didn't come out there to lay down, that came out there to fight, and that had skills. Mario Barrios has skills. He got good, excellent skills. And like Money said, he's not the top dog. He wasn't the top dog at the 140-pound division, but he was a hell of a fighter for somebody that has that's Tank Davis's size to move up to that weight division to fight. You feel what I'm saying? Mario Barrios, he ain't at the head of the pack, but he in the middle of the pack of fighters at 140. But all in all, you know, you got to give Tank Davis his credit. You got to give Tank Davis his credit. Because if he would have been in the ring with anybody at 135, he might have would have beat any of them dudes. But the problem is Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbee, they don't have no intentions at all with putting Tank Davis in the ring with none of the top fighters at 130 or 135. He told y'all. We're not making none of these guys from these other promotions rich. But see, the problem with that is most of the top fighters at 130 or 135, they're with other promotional companies. So what Floyd Mayweather told y'all when he said, we're not putting Tank Davis in there and making nobody from no other promotional company rich. That's what he told you. So he basically telling you, these fights that you're talking about, forget about them. You're not going to see them. Now, they do want to fight Ryan Garcia. He's from another promotional company. but they look at Ryan Garcia as an easy victory and food. But I'm telling y'all right now that Ryan Garcia fight is not going to happen, because after seeing what they saw, and I'm talking about Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya, after seeing what they saw Tank do to Barrios, they not finna put Ryan Garcia in the ring with Tank Davis. Because if you ask me, I think Barrios can beat Ryan Garcia. Let Ryan Garcia move up to 140 and fight Barrios. I'll pick Barrios from what I saw on Saturday night. I got Barrios in that fight. And Tank, his dog won him. The dog that he has in him won him that fight. But I don't think that Tank Davis was in tip-top condition. I think that Tank Davis could have been in better shape, because if you fight the best at 130 through 140, you're going to have to be in tip-top condition, right? Because everybody that you get in the ring with is not going to, your dog is not going to win you the fight against everybody that you get in the ring with, right? If you get behind against a fighter like Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, say Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, any Shakur Stevenson, any of the top fighters from 130 to 130 to 140, that power and that heart might not bail you out. So I think that Tank Davis is going to learn from this fight. He's going to continue to get better. And I think that he's going to continue to come in better shape than we saw him in on Saturday, because I don't think he was in the greatest of shape. Tank Davis did not have one ab on his body, you know, and we saw him kind of pacing himself. We saw him not really giving you that output, you know. He was kind of pacing himself and really picking his shots. And, you know, all of the fights, he's not going to be able to do that in. But like I said, excellent win for Tank Davis, beat Mario Barrios. I think it was a great win, and I think that Tank Davis showed the dog, and he showed a lot in that fight. And, you know, shout out to Barrios, because he showed me a lot in that fight. He showed me that he was better than I thought he was. But all in all, I picked Tank Davis to get the dub by knockout, and that's exactly what he did. And salute to my man, T-Rail 713. He says, ain't none of the top guys fighting cross promotion fights, though. Key is definitely trash, but it's the truth. I mean, for you to just come out and just basically straight up say, y'all not getting those, you're not going to see Tank Davis in the ring with none of those fighters. I don't like that. I don't like that. We can say that none of them are doing, and some of them are doing it. We get it. We don't get it a lot, but we do get it from time to time. But all these promotional companies, they on some bullshit. And Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbee, they're on some bullshit, right? If you don't want to fight none of the top fighters in the company, right? Well, if I want you to go out there and fight Chris Colbert, then if Chris Colbert wins his next fight Chris Colbert. I mean, we got to give Tank Davis, they got to put Tank Davis in with the best competition at whatever weight class. This is what the people want to see, because it's not Tank Davis that's doing this. It's Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather. But at the end of the day, they got to realize that Tank's his reputation is what people are going to look at, right? His legacy and his reputation. You got to eventually put him in there with the number one or number two fighter in the division. People seeing that. So Tank Davis is getting unwarranted criticism for what Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbee are doing. And they continue to tell you, look, when a man comes on and he says it doesn't matter. It don't matter who Tank Davis fight or who he don't fight. At the end of the day, all that matters is if Tank Davis's name is on the top of the Forbes list. They're telling you they don't give a damn about giving the fans the fights that y'all want to see with Tank Davis. He's telling you that right in your face, blatantly. He's telling you that it doesn't matter. You're going to still pay to see Tank, and you're going to buy it anyway. And at the end of the day, Forbes list and his name on Forbes list is the only thing that matters to them, right? But Tank Davis, he gets frustrated. Trust me. Behind the scenes, like I said in my video, Tank Davis gets frustrated. Go watch the video, and I broke it down on the video, and what I said is facts. But Tank Davis don't like that, but he like them paychecks that he getting. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? He kind of in the middle of the situation. He playing tug of war. Yeah, I want to fight these guys, and I don't like the criticism that I get from some of the fans. But at the end of the day, I like them fucking paychecks that I'm getting. So it is what it is. I was about to pass it to Money, but you know, he out. So I'm gonna read some of y'all comments. Ronaldo Fields says, so you will never see Tank hold a belt nor be undisputed champ. I mean, he has belts. He got he got regular titles, but as far as like the main titles, I don't know, man. It, like I said, you have to put him in there for him to be undisputed. You got to put Tank Davis in there to have the WBC, the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, to have the super titles, the titles that people think are saying that's the real main title, right? A lot of people don't respect the regular title, but excuse me, I respect what he went out there and did. I respect it straight up and down. So it is what it is. Let me see what y'all talking about. But Tank is not going to stay at 140. Tank is not going to stay at 140, and he don't need to stay at 140, because if Tank Davis fights the top at 140 pounds, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Tank, and what, salute to my man Batman. Salute to Batman. Salute to Batman in the building. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if Tank Davis fought Batman's little brother at 140, right? If he fought Gary Antoine Russell, he can't beat Gary Antoine Russell at no 140, right? He can't beat Josh Taylor at 140. A lot of y'all don't like Regis Prograis, but if he get in the ring with Regis Prograis, he cannot beat Regis Prograis at 140. But 140 pounds is not his weight division. So I don't look at Tank and hold that against him. But at 135 and at 130, he might be able to beat all of those dudes. Tank might be the favorite against everybody at 135 and 140. I mean, at 135 and 130. Depending on who you ask. Like I said, he might be the best from 130 to 135. He ain't the best at 140, but that ain't his weight division. That's what people need to understand. So if I say that Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor and Gary Antoine Russell will beat him, I know some of y'all are going to be, oh, he ain't no Tank Davis. It ain't got nothing to do with hate. It's me telling y'all that's not his weight division. He don't belong there. His weight divisions are 130 and 135. But yeah. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You could say that Tank is bigger than titles and he the A side. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. For real. You saying people, and I'm not just talking about you, Juan Ramos, because I heard a lot of people saying that shit. I don't give a damn about people saying Tank is bigger than the titles. We boxing fans. Let's get over that fucking A-side bullshit. Do you or do you not want to see the best fight the best? For real. That ain't our fucking, that's not for us to be talking about. Oh, he's this and he don't need to worry about this and he don't need to worry about that. Do you or do you not want to see him fight the best? That's it. I don't give a damn who the A side is. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm a boxing fan. I want to see the best fight the best. I don't want to hear no excuses about who the A side is and Tank don't need titles and this and that. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is seeing Tank Davis, who I perceive as one of the best fighters in all of boxing, from 130 to 135. All I care about is seeing him get in the ring and fighting the best. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Well, Tank don't need to worry about titles. Why are we even talking about that? Why when I talk about one Tank Davis to fight the best in it, why are y'all telling me anything about, well, he's bigger than titles? Why are we even talking about that? Because if Tank Davis retired today, right, are you going to be able to say, oh, well, are they going to be talking about Tank Davis was bigger than the titles 30 years from now? Are we going to remember Tank Davis like that 30 years from now? No, we're not. Because you have to give us, the best has to fight the best. You got to give us memorable fights. All that shit sounds real good right now. That shit sounds real sweet right now. But as far as your legacy, 15, 20 years from now, how does that sound? Like I said, all that shit sounds great right now. That's cool for right now. But eventually, you cannot continue your whole career moving Tank Davis around strategically, not fighting the best, because fans are talking about it and we noticing that. All we want is the best fight the best. And like I said, Tank might be able to beat everybody from 130 to 135, but you got to get in the ring and prove it. That's it. That's all we want to see. I don't give a damn about, oh, well, he shouldn't have to fight this guy because he the A side and that belt don't mean nothing. Man, I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Care about none of that, man. Boxing fans, man, y'all boxing fans is starting to act worse than these fucking promoters and shit now, man. For real, man. Be a fucking boxing fan. Now, talk about who the A side and all of that shit. Talk about that shit if the fight comes about and they get into negotiations and that's a problem and that's stopping the fight from happening, like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Then we could talk about that. But let's stop bringing that shit up if we ain't even got to that point yet. Be a boxing fan. That's it. This social media and all of this bullshit didn't change the way that boxing fans think and change the way that fighters move. And y'all giving fighters a pass and promoters a pass just because you like a fighter. You want to give him a pass and these promoters a pass for telling you. He's telling you, we don't give a damn what the fans want. We're going to do what we want to do with Tank Davis, and y'all going to continue to pay for it because his fan base is going to pay for it. We don't give a damn what fights y'all want to see. We don't give a damn if y'all want to see him fight the top guys. We ain't doing it. Come on, man. Y'all cool with that? And see, this is the thing. When I talk like this, y'all come on here talking about I'm hating on Tank Davis, but you only hear what you want to hear. Ain't nobody hating on Tank Davis. It's the simple fact is that we as boxing fans should be saying the same shit that I'm saying. Give a fuck if he your favorite fighter. You want to see him fight the best if you're a real boxing fan, just like everybody else. Period. Butter B says, legacy is the door to greatness. Mayweather on some bullshit and he know better. But see, what y'all don't get is Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbee, they don't care about Tank Davis's legacy. They don't care what people saying about Tank Davis. All they care about is their pockets getting big. And in return, when their pockets get big off of Tank Davis's pockets get big. That's all they care about. And they're preaching to him, right? They're preaching to him. You don't got to fight the best. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep winning with whoever we put you in the ring with, and as long as your bank account has M's in it. That's all you should care about, Tank Davis. That's all you should care about, Tank. So don't worry about none of that other stuff. Don't worry about you want to fight him because he's the top guy in the division and people think that he better than you. Or you look at him and he the top guy in the division and you think you better than him and you want to prove it. Don't worry about none of that, Tank. All you need to do is go look at your bank account and listen to what we telling you to do. That's what they're telling him. He don't like it, but he liked them M's in his bank account. But like I said, we are fans. We're supposed to be fans of the sport. So we got to get off the bullshit as fans. And until we get off the bullshit as fans, they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they know that you're going to pay for it. Man, it is what it is, you know. Who is Tank going to fight next? I would love to see who Tank is going to fight next. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I just get frustrated with that shit, with that bullshit, because I'm a real boxing fan. Kelly Brown says, Floyd don't care about Tank's legacy. He only cares about the money he makes off Tank, and Tank getting suckered into it because Tank getting suckered into it because of money. Yeah, like I said, he don't care about none of that. Man, you clown ass nigga, you. He says, how do you think Floyd became 50-0 by being stupid? Stop hating. First of all, you don't know shit about boxing, because if you knew about boxing, you would know that Floyd became 50-0 by being the best in the sport. That's how Floyd became 50-0. Go back and watch Pretty Boy Floyd. He fought all the best. He called out all the best. Floyd didn't become 50-0 by strategically moving and picking his opponents. You got to be a goddamn fool. Floyd showed you why he was 50-0, because he was the best. And wasn't nobody in none of his weight divisions he was ever at better than him. That's how he became 50-0. Oh man, the merch, man. I'm still, man. I gotta release the merch, but like I said, when I do release the merch, I'm gonna let everybody know, and I will have it up for sale and everything, you know. So I will let everybody know when I do release it. But yeah, man, some of y'all don't know shit about boxing. Trying to come in here insinuating that Floyd Mayweather is 50-0 because he was moved the same way that Tank Davis was moved. That let me know you don't know shit about boxing at all. You know what I'm saying? You just know what people tell you and what you hear. I appreciate that 50-0 TBE money, Mayweather. Yeah, but so it is what it is, man. But we gotta see where Tank Davis, who his next fight is and how they move Tank Davis from here on out. But they telling you we gotta look. What fighters can Tank fight that's in the TMT or the PBC stable? We got to look and see what fighters are with TMT and what fighters are in the PBC stable that Tank can make big fights with, because they let you know they're not going outside of that bubble. Juan Ramos said Floyd literally got every name on his generation on his resume. Yeah, but a motherfucker that don't know shit about boxing wouldn't know that. Uppercuts Boxing Nation says those are the same ones who kept buying his pay-per-views just to see him lose. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah, y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button before we leave out. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure that you hit my like button, sub to the channel if you're not a sub to my channel, and sub to Money Brown TV. Go to sub to Money Brown TV. He going to be cooking over there. I might be on his panel, and we're going to be cooking later on when he go live, right? So make sure that you hit my like button, sub to the channel. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Once again, always coming through, showing love. And y'all already know how I do. Hit the like button. There you go, talking that boxing again. And until tomorrow, I'm gone.